The NAACP were not like most lawyers. We only represent innocent people, people accused because of their race. That's our mission.
You can't let them get to you.
I won't. God built me to last. When I hit that stage, the people better be ready. Especially the R.I.Power.
Watch me sack him 4 times in one game, then watch what happens after.
And as you can see, I am not dead.
Be useful.
Good morning, YouTube. Lovely Black Butterfly here for another mukbang. If you're new to the channel, I want to welcome you to the Butterfly's Nest. But if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and click that subscription button and click the bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. If you're returning to the channel, welcome back. So, as you saw by the title, this video is dedicated to a very, very talented legend, Mr. Chadwick Boseman. So, before I get more into my topic, today we are doing eggplant Parmesan from the eggplant that I received in my Misfits Market box, as well as I am going to put together a Southwest salad for you guys. Now, unfortunately, this may end up being a 2-part video, but just hang tight. We'll see how much we can get into this one, okay? So, as you guys know, as I've told you before, I write Twilight fan fiction. And I'm sorry, I'm a geek, I'm a nerd, I'm a weirdo. Call me what you want. I do not particularly care for the story of Twilight, but somehow I have immersed myself into the world of Twilight fan fiction. Now, for those of you who don't really know what fan fiction is, okay, like I said, we're going to do a Southwest salad. So I'm going to be preparing my salad while I talk. For those of you who don't know what fan fiction is, very talented writers, even some not so talented, but they have their own creativity. And I don't necessarily knock the ones that don't really have writing. Some of them are very young people, and they are honing in on their writing skills. And fan fiction is an excellent way for them to do that, to receive feedback on their writing, to improve themselves. And that's kind of how I got into it. I was reading fan fiction. I read some that were great. I read some that were not so great. And I decided, I'm going to try to do this. Now, as with everything that I immerse myself in, I am self-taught. I taught myself how to cook. Hell, I even taught myself how to drive a car when I was 22 years old. Had never driven a car before in my life. Well, my boyfriend, my youngest son's father, when I was in high school, he tried to teach me how to drive his car, and I almost drove it into the fence of the football field. But anyway, that's another story. So, what fan fiction is that you take a particular fandom, mine just happens to be Twilight, and it can be a fandom of a book, a comic book, a movie, whatever, a television show. There are Empire fandoms. There are Grey's Anatomy fandoms. Sometimes the fandoms cross over. So, again, I immerse myself into the world of Twilight fan fiction. Now, with the stories comes some very, very other talented artists known as banner makers or manipulators. They manipulate the characters to represent the banner or the book cover, so to speak, of the story. Now, in most cases, well, not most cases, okay, let's say in the Twilight case, most banners represent, here's my base, my letters. Most stories represent the characters from the movie. Robert Pattinson, Kristen Stewart, those characters. I decided a while back, this is my cucumber that I received in the box. I decided a while back that I was going to base all of my Twilight characters from now on African Americans. For instance, and I'm going to put my banner of my story Dusk up so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. It's going to come up right now. I based the character Carlisle Cullen after Jesse Williams, the actor that plays, I forgot who he plays, in Grey's Anatomy. My Emmett Cullen is Michael B. Jordan. My Esme Cullen is Tyra Banks. And the star of my star, I don't care who Stephanie Meyer says is the star of Twilight. My star of Twilight is none other than Major Jasper Whitlock. And in my head, in my world, in my Twilight fan fiction world, Major Jasper Whitlock was Chadwick Boseman. Most of you, I was introduced to him as Jackie Robinson in the movie 43. Most people know him as Black Panther. But from this day forward, Chadwick Boseman will always be Major Jasper Whitlock, the youngest major in the Civil War. Now, if you'll go to my fan fiction page, Lovely Black Butterfly, I have a story, and it's more or less just the backstory of the characters, and their story is called Dusk. Get it? Twilight? Dusk? Anyway, it's not really a story per se. It was just the backstory of the characters. It more or less, it kind of parallels the story, the backstories of the actual characters in the book. However, because my characters are African American, it has more of a storyline that would parallel those if they actually were African Americans. So it's a very interesting take on Twilight. If you guys are interested in reading, go to Twilight Fanfiction. I'm sorry, go to fanfiction.net and look up my story Dusk. There is a banner there, which you just saw, of the characters. I even have the secondary characters of the book. Okay, where are my tomatoes? The secondary characters of the book and saga are also represented. So you guys go and check that out. I'm going to show you guys while I'm doing this some of the banners to my other stories. Some stories have been written. Some stories are still wrapped up in this, under this wrap in this little warped brain up here. I have a plot bunny, and I have a concept of what I want the story to be, but I haven't yet been able to put it down on paper, or not paper, but you know that, you guys know what I mean. Anywho, when I talked about these cherry tomatoes or grape tomatoes yesterday, and that challenge that's out there about the maters and the chopsticks, child, I would never do that, because number one, I have an aversion to stuff bursting and squirting in my mouth. So I have never bit down on a cherry tomato. I choose to cut my cherry and grape tomatoes up when I put them in my salad. All right. So now look, we've got some cucumbers, we've got lettuce, we've got cucumbers, we've got tomatoes. I'm going to do a green onion. Before I do the green onion, I think I'm going to do my black beans. But anyway, as you guys know, if you don't know, now you know, because I'm informing you. Chadwick Boseman died at age 43 of colon cancer. And I am going to miss him so much. He was such a talented actor. He was James Brown. He's been James Brown. He's been Jackie Robinson 43. He's been our hero, Black Panther. But he's always my Major Jasper Whitlock. Okay, we got black beans. I've also got some corn here. We're doing, like I said, we're doing a Southwest salad. And I like this can opener, by the way, because of my arthritis, it's hard for me to use a regular can opener. This one is really easy. I don't have to grip things too much. It easily turns. Here, I'll let you guys see. Well, no, go this way. Yeah, there you go. And I got this from Amazon. And not only does it doesn't cut the can from the top where you have jagged edges. It actually cuts the can around the sides, so there are no sharp edges, and actually the top can go back on the can just as easily. And normally I do pour the water off my corn, just like I did my black beans. I actually pour them into a colander and rinse them off. Now, I'm going to also tell you, this is the first time I am doing this without meat. Y'all, this is going to be a totally meatless meal. Not very often. You're not going to see that from the butterfly very often. This girl love meat. Okay? So, anyway, but this entire meal is going to be totally meatless. And don't worry, I wash all of my vegetables before I put them in the refrigerator. So those are my green onions or scallions. I call them scallions. Many people call them spring onions, green onions. I call them scallions. Whoa. Okay. I've also got some Southwest Santa Fe tortilla strips. Okay, so now that my salad is made, I am torn between what kind of dressing I want to put on this salad. I've got my Olive Garden salad dressing here, but then, more with the Southwest theme, I've also got my jalapeno ranch. And I wish you guys could tell me right now which one I could choose. I think I'm going to go lighter today since the meal itself is a little bit heavy. I think I'm going to go with the Italian dressing today. Even though it's a Southwest salad, I think I'm going to go with my Olive Garden's Italian dressing. Okay. Now that my salad is made, hang tight, guys. My butterfly nesters. That's what I'm going to call you guys. You are my butterfly nesters. Okay, my butterfly nesters, sit tight. I'm going to get rid of all of this, and we are going to come back with the actual star of this mukbang, the eggplant Parmesan. All right, guys, we are back with the main attraction of this meal, which is, whoa, it's hot because I just pulled it right back out of the oven. Now, I didn't cook this. I actually cooked this last night. And I stuck it back in the oven this morning. And it's a little, this ain't too hot. Ain't too, but this is my eggplant Parmesan. And this is the eggplant that I received in my Misfits Market box. And as I stated, this is a totally meatless meal. Now, like I said, my salad, this Southwest salad, usually has chicken, grilled chicken, and bacon. None of that is in this today.
This meal was also supposed to have pasta.
I've also
But
got
honey,
here
I woke up to the news that my baby daddy,
some garlic
Chadwick
bread.
Boseman, was dead, and pasta became a non-issue. I
And to
started
drink.
scrambling to get this meal together so that I could post this video.